I've got a Powermatic 87 bandsaw, and I'm going to try to zoom in here, see if it will zoom. It's not zooming. No, so we're going to go in there and see if we can see what the fella there has in his hands. Looks like he's got handles and he's got a guide that he's pushing. And I'm going to turn the page here, and here's another view. This one's called the screw feet attachment. I don't know if you can see that, but again, it's a guide, and it's kind of like a sawtooth pattern. They built it with an automatic power feed there with the cables and things. Well, I don't know if I've done some web search, and I haven't been able to find this, although in this catalog back in the day there's part numbers, and there's a part number for it. So I've web searched the part number and I haven't had any luck. So I'm just goofing around, and hopefully this will come up. But I've got a piece of aluminum plate out there that's 13 by 4, and I'm going to put in this sawtooth pattern, as you see there, and then the plate already has holes in it. So I'm planning on using these 2 holes for the handles. That'll help guide as you put something in across here and push it through the saw. So go out in the shop and make this. I don't know if it's a waste of time or not. I haven't been able to find anything like it, so maybe it was something Powermatic designed and it was just a failure and everybody threw them away, or it was an option that nobody purchased. It's just odd that I can't find something on the web about it. But anyway, we'll go out in the shop and we're going to make it and give it a try. Be back with you shortly. So here's the piece of plate. It's a 1/2 inch thick aluminum, 13 inches by 4 inches. So I just was sketching on there with a pencil before I went and just drew it on the computer just to look at it. So I'll set this up on the mill and then be back with you. So my thought for setting this up in the mill to make the cut is to set it on a parallel in the vise there, and parallel's not tall enough. Get another parallel. Yeah, really still not tall enough. Okay. Hang on while I go dig. Okay, so we get it up on a parallel, and then my thought to support these wings is to go ahead and put some angle plates there. So go ahead and put an angle plate there and clamp it and bolt it down to the table. And that, I don't even know if I really need it, but probably do that just to give it some added support out here. Alright, so set it up and I'll be back. Well, a little change of plan on how to support these little wings. I even question if I really need to support it, but I'm just having fun out here anyway, and it's always fun to look at different setups. And the cool thing about this, I get to use my new hold-down clamps that I bought the other day at the flea market. No, at the tool store, at the the machinery store. So first time use, that's always exciting. And then using my stack blocks that I built to support it, and my new mill wrench, of course, that was customized. That's why I bought it that day. So anyway, that's the setup. I'll set up the other side, and then we'll get the milling cutter in there and start doing some notches. Well, another little change in plans. I just recalled that up here on my shelf I've got can't twist clamps along with all my assortment of vice grips and things that are up there, and so I switched over to the can't twist 4.5 deeps. Just a much better tool than a C-clamp. So anyway, so that's the setup, and we'll move forward, and it's in there way solid. All right, be back with you. Just love using all the tools. Okay, just picking up the edge with the edge finder. Like that. Zero the DRO. Come over the 100,000ths. And then come over into the center, 6.5 inches. Okay, and we'll get a milling cutter in there and get started. While I was changing the drill chuck out and going to put in the tool, I thought I would show my mill hammer. It's a crude boy, something I built, one of my early projects as I was learning. Piece of pipe, bored it out, pressed a socket into that side, and then on the other side I think I turned and just pressed a piece of aluminum into that side. So that's my hammer, and my very poor knurl job early on. But anyway, it takes me back to my roots, I guess. But it works well. It's got some weight to it, and been happy with it, so sticking with it. Anyway, thought I would share that with you. So I've cut down to the scribe line that I had there, pencil line, and that's close enough for what I'm doing here. And now I'll just go ahead and rough out the bottom. Let me think about something here. Well, I did a little more web search, and here you can see one. Another one was, and I doubt that this one is a factory build, but you can see it's got the teeth on the inside, and then what it has is sprocket teeth on the outside, so that the chain pulls on it, and then you can use the handles to steer. I don't know if I found this when I searched Dual bandsaws, but I don't know that this is a Dual product. It looks like a copy of what I've found. I'll see if I can pull up a couple other photos. Again, here's another one I found on the web. It's a drawing. I can't find the identifiers or the legend for this, but you can see this is where the handle bolts on both sides, and they all appear to go to a deep V, which I opted not to do. Okay, see if I can locate anything else. I saw one and I just can't seem to find it. Okay, I lucked out. I found a photo of that drawing, and this was gives you an example of what that looks like. Okay, this is the guy's finished product he built. Well, he hadn't put his handles on it yet, but I just realized something in looking at this. You can see that the back is smooth here, and the go down here. But in the next picture, he's using a chain that's hooked up to the pulleys and the foot pedal and everything to pull it through, so that he can steer it, and I guess it rides on the chain rollers, I guess. I know Powermatic has one that actually, this whole steel piece, the actual contouring piece, rides against a roller back here so that you can actually turn it. So anyway, I thought you'd enjoy it. My little research. There's the website where this guy's build is, garagejournal.com, forum, show thread. If you guys want to write all that down. It took me a while to find it. I found it the other day, and I found it finally again. Okay, that's enough of my research. We'll go back to building my project. Okay, I'm back. Almost made a little bozo error there, so I had to slow down and rethink what I was doing. And actually some time's passed since I shut the camera off. And as you saw, I put a little insert in front of this of different web searches of trying to find the product. The one I showed you, actually, the fella had bandsawed all of the teeth out rather than milled it. He did a heck of a job. But I wanted to play with the mill. So I'll get set up back here again, and we'll start milling these teeth out. Alright, something's awry here. Okay, I got it figured out what I was doing. My brain is just somewhere else. So, just making the 1/4 inch over, 1/4 inch up steps. Okay, I'll continue on and show you at the end. Here's just a little quick in-process shot. So, getting there, and be back as we get near the end. Okay guys, got it all notched out, and we'll take it out of there and take it over to the bandsaw and try a little test run even before I make handles for it. See if I like it or not. So this is kind of a beta, trying to just build something, see if it works. Thinking of building something to see if it'll work. This was my camera mount real quick. Just threw it up there. I noticed the first video when it was sitting on the mill vise, there was some vibration. And if anybody noticed something going on in the different frames, that was just for Tom Lipton. Hope you enjoyed it, Tom. See if it got under your collar. But it's all good. Alright, be back at the bandsaw. Well, we'll give it a test at the bandsaw. This was the piece that came out of there. So just by chance, it fits on the highest step. Not tight on both sides, so I don't know if that'll be a problem. We'll try that. And then we'll cut on this line here, and then see what happens, and then maybe drop it down and try it again, see how it goes. Alright, let me set you up in the tripod here, or not the tripod, but the other Joe McGee setup over here. Joe's my buddy. Alright, hang on. Okay, let's give it a try. Well, that seems successful. Let's try a contour cut. Well, not too much of a contour cut because I'm not really turning. Huh. Well, I'm thinking I kind of like it. I left this distance here so that I could actually end up cutting into there if I had to. If I was to put, oh, let's see. I wonder if smaller steps might have been better, 1/8 inch steps rather than 1/4 inch steps. I'm going to have to maybe do a little more research and see. if that would be better in a second build. And then also taking it all the way down to a V. I was just looking for a piece of scrap here that don't seem to be putting my hands on. So we'll call it quits right there. I won't bore you guys with building handles for it, but planning on putting some sort of handles out here. I even thought of putting a little clamp mechanism down on it too. Of course, that would hit the guide. Anyway, that's it for the bandsaw guide. Hope you enjoyed, and maybe a little future I'll update how it's working out. Love to know if any of you guys out there have one of these, one of the actual manufactured parts from either Duhall or Powermatic, and your thoughts, and maybe share some measurements also. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, just a quick follow-up. I had a couple of knobs off a Delta contractor saw, table saw. I was thinking like, whoa, those would be nice, just mount those on there. But just feeling it, you really do need the wing handles. You can see how you wouldn't be able to steer just trying to hang on to a couple of knobs. So handles will be, these go back in the drawer.